All right. I'm back. It's probably going to be a two-part video, but I closed some stuff. Let's see. So let's continue where I left off right here. We're going from that swing low to that low. 7 years and change from right there. Let's pick another one. From that top to that swing bottom. Let's do it in years and let's see what comes up. Mind you, I'm doing this live with you guys. I haven't really done this ahead of time. So you got 2 years and change going up. You got 7 years across from bottom to bottom. 7 years and change top to top. 7 years and change top to top. 10 years from a low. You know, you could probably pick these here, whatever. I'm just going to the extreme where the big changes are happening. You got 7 years here. Now let's go up here. And you just continue looking for patterns. From here to here. That top. You make it bigger. 20. That's years. It's 3 years and change going up. Gann spoke about the 3 years, the minor years. So now from this top to this top, let's see what we have. From right here, all the way over here. See that? Look at that. 7 years and change. And you know, Gann, when he said 7 year cycle, it's not going to be 7 years exactly. What are you, nuts? It's going to be like that. We're all going to make money. We just close our eyes and just hit buy and sell. 7 years exactly. No. It's 7 years and change. That's why it's kind of hard. Now you got to figure out the 7 years coming up, but where within the 7 year? Look, 7.811. And maybe there's a mathematical reason why is 7.811. Then you look at the weeks, look at the years, the dates, trading days, calendar days, scoring of the range, scoring price and time, planetary cycles, timing cycles, and then you continue there, and maybe you can narrow it down to that 7.811 year. But Gann is giving you a hint, and he's like, yeah, there's a 7 year cycle. Just keep an eye out for that. Let's continue. Let's get this Aussie down packed. So from here, you could go to this swing low and see what's there, and we could try that. From this swing low, we could go here and see how many years, how many cycles is that, and that's 4 years, almost 5 year cycle, almost, and change. Look at that. So this was a 7, and this was 5, almost 5. And if we go further down, look at that, 7 years again. Look at that, 7.504 years, 7.811. 7.162, 7.173. This swing here, this one here is pretty close. And that's the kind of stuff you start looking. So that was almost 5. This from here was almost 5. And you just continue. Let's continue going. Let's just keep pushing forward. And then you go from this top to the bottom. How long was that? Right there. And do years. Let's make this a little bigger so we can see it. And that's 4.312 years, 4 and change from that swing, top to the bottom. Now let's make it to the right. Right? I'm curious from here to here what that is. Let's see. See how. See that. How many years is that there? 14, almost a 15-year cycle. And Gann talks about the 15-year cycle and the 20-year cycle. Look at that. Almost. Not exactly. 14.672 years. Almost. Right there. So let's continue. So from here, you could go all the way to the swing top. You could try it. You could try it from right here. Let's see what we got cycle-wise. Let's open this up. Not that much. 2 years and change. Let's go over here. Look at that. 7 years. 7.285 years from here to here. Let's continue. And that was a nice, massive move to the upside. From this top to this top, what do we have here? Eleven year and change. So it went over. Gann has a 10-year cycle, and this one's 11. 11 and change. Right there. Now let's go from this low to this low. That was what, the 2008 crash. Let's go there. Let's add this. One, two, yeah, it's working. Set this low right here. Let's go right here. Let's blow this up a little bit. $7.573 years. Look at that. We'll continue from this low all the way to that top. Let's get that. Let's get that all-time top right there. We could get it. Let's make this years right here. That was 2 years and change right there, going up. I'm sure this is going to be 2 or 3 years and change. up here, all the way up here. Let's blow that up. 3 years. Gann spoke about the 3-year cycle. It's like minors. So 1 year, 3 year, 5 year. Okay, let's keep moving. Oh, that's it. This is where we at right here. This is where we at right here. So let's go from this swing low to this swing low. Now this is where it gets fun, but I need to get some coffee. My mouth is dry. So hang in there. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get me some coffee, and we'll figure out what the future looks like and where we at, where we're sitting on the Aussie in regards to these cycles. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Oh, coffee's so good. Just love it. Okay. So now this is where it gets interesting. We're going to take this swing low, and we're going to go and take this swing low. Let's pick this one right here. Go to this one. Wow, look at that. 7 years and change. 214. It's so beautiful. Look at that. So right there, let me test you guys right there. When you say that there was 7 years here, what happened to the Aussie? Simple question. When you had a low and you had a low and it was 7 years and change, what happened to the Aussie? What was this big move right here? Huh? What was that move right there? Can we say that after 7 years the Aussie goes up? I don't know. This is the kind of things you think about if you're a Gannist. 7 years here. What did the Aussie do? And change. It went up. It went up for 3 years. 7 years down. From here, it went 7 years up. Seven years and change on the top. It went down for 5 years. Let's continue. From this top of 2011, we're going to go all the way down to that 2016 low on the Aussie. This is where the fun starts. Because we already looked at the past, and now we're getting closer to where we're at in reality. 4 years and change. Oh, am I off here? Just closer. There you go. There you go. And I could go back and really fix this and really get the tops. But it's just, we're dealing with years. I'm just trying to see numbers in years. So we got from here, 7 years. Oh, we got this. That was 3 years. 2 years and change going up. 4 years and change going down. And this is where we're at. A couple of things you could do is see... Let me see something here. Okay. Let's add one into the future now. Let's add years into this. Let's see where we're at. Go to years and let's pop this up. Open. So far we've been 2 years and change from this swing low, which we haven't tested or kissed at all. We've just been fluctuating, choppy, mind you, going back and forth, going you could say up, but then it comes down, then the Aussie goes up, takes the highs up, then it flushes, then it takes it, and then it's back here. So there's kind of a lot of support here. And you got that 1x1 angle. So that's where we at in years. And then from the top, let's add one here. You know what? Before I do that, curious on something. Did I screw it up? Can't. I'm curious to see this right here. Just caught my eye. Because this is the high here, but then this is what the change happened. Somewhere around here. So that was almost 5-year cycle, yep. It's 4 and change, but the turn where it just started dropping is here. But this is the all-time high. I don't know if it's the all-time high. I think it's just a high here. I gotta look back. Let's get this back over here. Gotta zoom in. And I'll fix all this before, I'll fix all this, make sure it's all tight so I can see all these numbers. No, the all-time high was all the way over here. It was a 148.79-ish around there, and then from there it just came all the way down to 0.4724720, somewhere around there. And then we came all the way up here in 2011, all the way to 1.1094. And then we came down here to the 0.68-ish level right there. And that's where we're at right now. So there's a couple of things you could do now that you know that the 7-year cycle swing low kicked in there. And in theory, looks like the Aussie should be going up. What you could do is take all these timings of the Aussie going up and you could lay them up from the swing low and see how timing-wise Aussie is, you know, obviously it's not acting like this, and it's not acting like this. This is different timings here in different markets, but you can see that this was 7 years going up, 2.5, 2 years and change, and this is 2.489. This is 7.57. So maybe it could be that the Aussie's just going sideways in time. See from here. See how the thrust of the Aussie going up? See, look at that. Here it kind of was sideways, and then it changed and went up. Here you can see that it was just kind of reminds you of like what we're going through right now. Right here. Just kind of going sideways, so that's what, almost 5 years right here. Just going sideways, sideways, and then it just dropped. This price action from 1977 reminds me of what's going on now. So that's almost 5 years from here of just sideways action, grinding higher, and then just dropping. Here, we just popped up, nothing there. Here, we popped up. It's not matching the price action that we have. Here, it's not happening here. So if we take this off, let's see this right here. 5 years into the future. Probably 5 years of just grinding. I can't go any further forward. But yeah, this is pretty much it. So what you do with this is that this is like your guiding, your foundation of what the Aussie has done in the past in regards to years. And you could do this with years. You could do this with calendar days. You could do this with trading days. And just look at all the numbers and just look for patterns. And as you can see that there's patterns where there's a 7-year cycle. There's a 3-year cycle here and there, you know, even from like a swing low to a swing top, from a top to a top, ranging from here. There's almost 4-year cycles and change, you know, almost pushing to the 5, but right here, 3 years and change, 4 years and change a lot, you 2.5 years and change. Right here, and that is like your guiding point of what the Aussie is capable of doing into the future, in your guideline. And you can see maybe, let's see what's on from the top, where we at. To this swing top so far. That's almost 7 years. So look at that. Almost 7 years. Look at that. Somebody said in the chat room, are you going to hold a trade for 7 years? No, you don't want to hold a trade for 7 years. But you want to know where you at in the cycle. This is not trading for 7 years. You're getting it wrong, my friend. This is finding out where you at in the cycle of the Aussie. Oh, this thing is killing me. There we go. So if you know of Gann cycles, you would understand that there could be possible changes within the time frames that he gave. And you can see that they were all in change, 7 years in change. So people have been buying the Aussie every time it's been dipping because they believe that from this low to this low here, there's going to be possibly 7 years going up. It hasn't happened because we've been going sideways and making a few highs and lows and highs and lows, and we're dipping here. But if you would have been following the rule after 7 years, and you have your strategy where it's trending higher, you've just been buying dips and trading higher. And you can see that here it was 2 years and change. And then you see the price action. That's going to be dictating to you what's happening. The sentiment is changing, and you can see right here it just dropped down. So this is valuable to me, one, because then I'll save this, and I can always look back and seeing time-wise where we at within the the yearly cycles. Need some coffee. Someone's asked if I use the Ganzilla. Yes, I use Ganzilla. Ganzilla is a very good software. Great for analysis, especially Gann stuff. So that's it right there. We're almost getting into 7 years from this swing top in regards to the price action right here. From this swing top that the Aussie has made, it's 6 years and change. We haven't seen 6 years in all these swings over here, or that I've noticed. But we're getting closer as we go. If I take this, let's see something. If we get closer and I take this out and we go 7 years, and you can see that 7 years exactly, nothing really happened. It's just showing you. This is all in change. That's going to lead you to 7 from this swing top here. Yeah. That's going to lead you to, where am I? Right there, it'll be July the 24th or the 26th. 26, 27, around there. That's a Thursday of this month. So, I mean, I don't expect anything to happen that day, but that is 7 years from that top, all the way going down to the future. So we're entering a cycle now that it could start influencing the Aussie to either start going up or start going down. I'm not going to say the direction. I honestly believe because of the other cycles I'm watching, it's possibility it's going to start trending higher, but that remains to be seen. So that's it. I'm going to sign out. I'm going to go back into trading. That's what I'm looking at right now. The July 26-ish is a 7-year cycle from the top to right here. Let's see what the Aussie does. If this is, a cycle that kicks in that changes sentiment, I don't know. We'll see. You can see that, like I said, in change, nothing really happened. In change, 7 years and change, that's when things happen, but not exactly 7 years. So maybe it's just a start. If you go back over here, let's take this one. 7 years was right somewhere right here. Look, and it just took a couple of months before it didn't continue going lower. And then it just started, obviously, this market just started trending sideways to grinding higher after the 7 years from a swing low. And you can see that it was right here. I got to tighten all these up so they can lock in. So I expect the same thing here. We're going to be going sideways or chopping back and forth. And once we hit the 7-year cycle, then you'll watch it even more and see what the price action. If the price action is going from July 26 and it takes out that top right here, and you see this thing just going like this, then something happened, obviously. You're not going to deny that. Whatever's going on in the Aussie and Australia, something happened that the sentiment changed. It kicked in, and it could just be anywhere from around here, and it's just trending higher. Then it's pretty much going to be mimicking this market like this. And it could go reverse. It could go lower. So it depends what's going to happen. So just keep an eye out from the 26 and on and look at price action. If we start taking these tops right here, this point of resistance, that 880, then it's trending higher. And then you can see a guide point, 2 years. It could go as high as 2 years and change going up. Obviously, definitely more than 2 years. This is just a change. This was 7 years. This was extreme. 3 years and change going higher. So are you gonna trade for 3 years? No, but you're gonna follow it. It's gonna be pullbacks, and when you see that there's support, you go long. Look at all the times. Look at all the years have gone up, with pullbacks and retracements. 2 years and change going up. This is what it reminds me of the Aussie now. Like if this was a 2016 low, we just chopping sideways right here, sideways. And it made a low on 4/10/1980. And it just kept going up, and it looks like a double top right here. And then somewhere around here in December, it just dropped. So could this happen this year? We'll see. We'll see. But I'm going to sign out. I'm going to see what the market is doing. Look at the Aussie. Look at that. I know there's a video that posted out, and I know it was not the greatest. I had some technical issues. But for those that missed it or watching this video, my model is saying that we're going to make a swing high here, and that we're going to shoot lower all the way to the 19th with a wiggle room of the 18 and the 20 for a possible swing low. But this is the one I'm believing. And it could probably find support here at that at this angle. If you use squaring of the range, and we get a little closer over here, let's see. You can see that it's been respecting the 1x1 right here and finding support right here at the 1x2. So this is the 13th. So this somewhere around here is 16. I don't know what the high is, but yeah, this angle could be also some good support. What level is that? 774.02. And where are we at? 74.18. So the high of today was 74.41. Looking at the square here, the 16. Where am I? Right here. 74.41. This is 74.47. And this is 16. So yeah, it didn't really kiss it once I add the data. But it could find support anywhere between 74.03. Well, we're going to look at the 19th, which is somewhere around here. July the 19th, 18th, 19. So it could be anywhere between 73.91. It's the 18th, 19, 73, anywhere between 73.90-ish. This is also this level right here, which is 74.02. So somewhere around here will be a good entry point to go long again on the Aussie. If my model is right, I'm gonna paper trade it today, and gonna sell the Aussie, and I'm gonna keep it short until the 18, 19, 20, and see what happens. If the model is correct and it pops up, I'm gonna go long, and if I see that's working, then I'm gonna test it with real money. I'm going to sign out, and I think, I don't know if this must have stopped. Enjoy your day, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the